Welcome back to Dr. Red Pill. I've mentioned in several videos how I've been reading the book Men on Strike. Excuse me. I'll suggest you guys read it. It's especially any women watching this. It's give a good understanding to women about why a lot of men are just giving up on the dating scene and just basically going to MGTOW, whether or not they call themselves MGTOW or not. A lot of them are having the same mindset. Anyways, to take a subject out of this book, it's the author, whose name was Helen Smith. There you go, ladies. It's a woman who's a psychiatrist, educated woman, basically wrote a book by why men have given up on dating. And I'm going to talk about this guy who she interviewed called Carnell Smith, who runs a paternity fraud website. It's paternityfraud.com for any of you guys that are have to deal with paternity fraud and all that stuff, going through it. Maybe that website will be able to help you out or not. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out myself, but it's a way to go for you guys. But this Carnell Smith talks about how he's raising a kid with this woman. It doesn't say whether or not him and his wife were married or just dating or what have you, but it's goes on to say that the man, after 11 years, the man realized that his woman cheated on him, and the man she slept with outside of the relationship was the child's actual father, not him. So he spent 11 years caring for and raising another man's child when this woman lied to him about it. That's what she did. That's what all you women do in these cases. Can you imagine that? This man has been lied to for the woman he loved and who was supposed to love him for over 11 years. More than that, considering how long and the woman's been pregnant, which is almost a year, full 9 months. But can you imagine the damn betrayal this man felt? I can only imagine what it felt like. I haven't been in that situation, but I know there's plenty of men out there that have been in similar situations where the woman cheated, slept with somebody else, got pregnant by that other man, then still told her husband or boyfriend that the kid was his. Just imagine that for a minute. She lied, not only cheated, she lied about whose child it was. Personally, that fucking disgusts me. It's just straight up fucking evil. No, he has been able to take this his paternity fraud case all the way to the Supreme Court of the U.S. And let me see here a second. It said the High Court had 2 meetings about his case as representative of a national issue where states are allowed to disregard facts like the mother's testimony and documents and scientific evidence to forcibly maintain a fictional order of paternity. That sickens me even more. I'm no law expert or anything on it, but it sounds like there were, in cases like this, the court's allowed to throw out evidence that could help a man in this situation, which is fucking mental. It's stupid. Like, if there's facts saying that the man actually is not the father, They're facts to prove his case. But obviously, when it comes to paternity cases and men, and it's allowed to throw it out because he's a damn man. Now, the man who started the paternity case, the website, paternity fraud website, Mr. Smith, said that 80% of the people who reach out to his organization are women. The mothers, wives, sisters, and even grandmothers of men who have been deceived about the paternity of a child. You know what? It means that looks like some women look out for men, but it's not a whole lot. They're worried about this man's finances, I would guess. They either look after them or whatnot, but I'll leave the mothers and grandmothers out of that bit, because there hopefully be some kind of natural love and care for their child and grandchild there. Okay, now I'm going to go on for another little quote here by somebody named Professor Higdon from this book, who the author discussed that idea of coverture and all that. He says here, coverture was part of the common law in England and the United States throughout the 19th century, and was legal doctrine whereby upon marriage a woman's legal rights were subsumed by those of her husband. Whatever rights a man will hold is now held in her hands. He gave us examples of how men were financially liable for children who conceived by trickery or even through child rape, as in a young boy, like a 14 or 15-year-old, impregnating an older woman who could be in her 30s or even 40s. Which is another stupid thing. If freaking 30-year-old man sleeps with a 15-year-old woman, which is wrong, yeah, I'll admit it, but he gets fucking attacked, demonized, and all that crap. Even more if he gets her pregnant. But if a 15-year-old boy gets seduced and fucked by a 40-year-old woman, and she gets pregnant, guess what? Even though when the man sleeps with the younger woman, he's the teen is seen as a victim. But if a 40-year-old woman fucks a teen, once again, she's the fucking victim, which is fucking retardedly insane. This Professor Higdon goes on more to say that a woman can put her child up for adoption and without consulting with the fucking father of the child. I guess that'll be easier for her to do, but if they're just dating or whatever, but it fucking happens. The man is no saying that crap from the sounds of this shit. The woman can do it no problem, but she doesn't need to have the fucking father of the child fucking agree to that shit. She could just go and do it. You know, freaking after all that crap I just talked about, it's getting me a little fired up, obviously, as you can tell. But how from what I just read in that crap, it sounds like fucking the man, if you're gonna end up being with a woman and she gets pregnant, I'd fucking suggest getting a DNA test on the child. Not to be a fucking asshole about it, not for you to be one, but for you to make sure she was not a lying fucking snake about this shit. Make sure the kid's actually fucking yours. So when I made the video about avoiding single mothers. My ex that I was talking about there, fucking about a month after we broke up, like for a full year, she was trying to get back together with me. But a fucking month after we broke up, she tells me, her exact words were, "I think I might be pregnant." Now that was an obvious excuse to try and get back with me. Yeah, and the reason I know it was a lie and an excuse to get back together is because I straight up said I want a DNA test. I wasn't an asshole about it, I didn't yell, scream, I just said I want a DNA test. I was able to do that because we broke up for a month, got together for one more month before we broke up for good. Meanwhile, that 1 month we were broken up to, about a month before we ended it for good, and she admitted to me that she got drunk and had unprotected sex with another man. So, I made sure I covered my ass. And guess what fucking happened? As soon as I said I want a DNA test, she, did not mention that she might be pregnant again. So obviously she was bullshitting. Now, if she is, you guys are with a woman, and that ends up saying she's pregnant, don't be an asshole about it. If you want, don't be an asshole that makes you look bad, and court and all that crap. Just politely say, I would like a DNA test. And freaking, no matter how mad she's gonna get, and she will get mad, and do not fucking explode. Because if you get mad when she's getting mad, she can and will use that against you in family court, the court of law, and all that crap. Trust me, it happens countless fucking times. You can find numerous examples online about that crap. Just look at how the fucking family courts are set up, and even the court of law. The cops come to your house for a domestic abuse call. You could be cut up, clothes ripped, black eye, and you could still be the one that gets arrested. Because you're a man, she's a damn woman. Just be careful out there, guys. And thank you for watching.